What is going on? I know what you're thinking. 3 videos? 3 Green Means Go videos in one day? What did I do to deserve this? I know. I had some time today. I actually communicated with my wife and we planned out the day. So I have some extra time. And I have been sort of enthralled by Underdog's best ball draft tournaments. I think it's an underrated and slept on part of the fantasy sports betting world. So I'm actually in talks with Underdog in an email with their partnership, head of partnership, about bringing you guys some content weekly as we build to NFL season. They have these cool NFL, it's basically fantasy football, but you don't have to set your lineup every week. You just draft a team once, and then every week the scores get automatically filled into your optimal lineup. And you build a score throughout the whole year, and then you advance in the later rounds or the later weeks of the NFL season. I think it's a really cool thing that I've enjoyed doing in the past, but I think it's not discussed enough. And so while I was kind of looking at those today, I saw there was some for MLB. I'm like, I just spent 2 hours this morning researching MLB. This is a $7 entry. Let's make a $7 video. Let's have some fun. So this is a 6-person draft, and you can see it pays out. I guess I'm facing technically 6,426 people. So this is kind of like a DFS sort of situation, but is it? It's a main slate Friday. There's 6 rounds, 6 draft size. So I don't know how the rounds work, actually. We're going to find this out together because – like, first, what does that mean? What if people have the same lineup? Is it based on the draft? I don't know how it works. And there's no way to do it unless you hop in. So let's do it. Let's find out together. It's $7. Allow notifications. Yes. Okay. So my name on Underdog is Makanje. I've just doxed myself to all of you. So here we go. We got a full draft, and we got pick number 5. Is that what that is? Yeah, pick number 5. So almost at the end. It's a snake draft. The draft starts in 50 seconds. So here are all the players for today. We need to figure out what our lineup is. Like, who do we start? Like our roster, perhaps. I don't know how many actually start. Pitcher, infielder, outfielder. These are the things that would be good to know before you start. Draft size, 6 rounds. So I'm only taking 6 players. If there's 6 rounds, I'm only drafting 6 players. Okay, so pitching, a win is worth 2, a strikeout's worth 1. 1 inning, 1 point for every inning pitch, 3 hits for a quality start. Your hitter, you get significantly more points for hits. So I think I should prioritize hitters here. Here's your roster. 1 pitcher, 2 outfielders, 2 infielders, and 1 flex. So everybody on your team scores. You only need to draft 1 pitcher. Okay. Perfect. See, look at that. Only took about 50 seconds to figure that out. Okay. Otani goes first. Judge goes next. Carroll goes third. So who do we like today? Who do we talk about a lot today? I love Freddie Freeman. I like his matchup against... do I like it against JP Sears, though? I actually probably would prefer Mookie Betts against JP Sears today. I don't know. Let's scroll down here. We're not on the clock yet. Jackson Merrill, I love. I'll give him a star, but I think I can, I don't have to get him right away. So let's go Mookie Betts here. He's not looked, he's actually looked pretty darn good. Okay. I would like to draft Mookie Betts. Down here, we'll click draft. All right, so there's our first pick. Now, we're at the other end of the snake draft, so these 2 guys are going to pop. Same guy, and then it's going to be us again. And I really got to think. I like Corbin Burnes against Arizona, but I don't know in these drafts how fast you are or are not supposed to select pitchers. I guess I'll have to see that. Sorry, I want you to be able to see my lineup here. Okay. So he goes with Garrett Crochet. So he's not going to take another pitcher. Now, Chris Sale has also been stellar this season. Boston makes me a little bit nervous, so I will probably stay away from Chris Sale. So we'll go with Corbin Burnes. I think he could deal tonight against Colorado. He's at home. This Colorado team's not good. I think there's so many batters that I like for cheap. I think we can get the pitcher here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Again, I've never done one of these before. This is just how I am kind of gauging all of this. Okay, so we're going to go with Corbin Burns. I think he's the best option pitching-wise on the slate tonight. And I think there's a ton of batters who can get it done. Okay, so let's look through here. Bobby Witt didn't jump out at me too much today. Chris Sale, we don't need a pitcher anymore. Manny Machado, don't really love it. Juan Soto, no. I liked right-handers in the game against the Yankees. Kerry Carpenter, Bowden Francis is horrible. Bowden Francis has been horrible. So let's give Kerry Carpenter a star. And again, if we can get Merrill or Carpenter on our next pick, that would be impressive. They've got to last all the way through here, which is not giving me much hope. So we probably should keep looking. I liked Lindor today. I liked Guerrero today a little bit, but just for a home run, I don't think his matchup against Flaherty is overall fantastic. Marte, Suarez, Machado. I liked Riley Green as well. Maybe a stack. Maybe we can somehow stack Riley Green and Kerry Carpenter. And if Bowden Francis is as bad as I think, we should benefit in that way, right? We're kind of stacking a little. I got to figure this out. This is why we're doing this trial run right here. So we're kind of stacking. I think I can do this too. We're going to get this all figured out. See, this is good. We're doing these little, we're knocking the dust off so that by the time that Underdog is sponsoring this video, we're fresh. We're good. Juan Soto, Trent Gresham. Wow. Okay, so that's a reach, right? And so that gives me kind of hope that it's okay to reach in certain spots because Trent Gresham is a crazy reach. Jackson Merrill's gone. Perfect. That allows us to do our Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green stack, provided that this guy does not take Riley Green, which, he's fifth on the list. So hopefully he skips past Riley Green, considering he's fifth on the list. So we don't care about Lindor, unless of course Lindor's not making it all the way back to us. We got to go Riley Green here. That's our goal. We're going to stack Detroit batters, 2 lefties for Detroit against Bowden Francis, who has not been good this year. I think that's a great play if we can pull it off. If Dylan Marks, 1985, Helio Ramos, perfect. Get Vlad. Take him. Take Vlad. I know you want to take Vlad. I do need to report back. Well, this is cool. Shows everybody's, shows the whole draft board. That's pretty cool. Could you guys see that? Yeah. Still, my head's in the way. Okay. He's not taking Riley. It makes no sense to take Riley Green here. Francisco Lindor. Perfect. Okay, so we'll take Riley Green. So we have 2 outfielders, Green and Carpenter, both against Bowden Francis. I love that. So we need an infielder. What did it say we needed? You start a pitcher, 2 infielders, 2 outfielders, and a flex. Now, could the flex be a pitcher? I don't know. I think we said the ceiling was higher for batters, so maybe we focus on batters. Maybe we just run it with Corbin Burns. Cole Ragans, I don't mind the matchup today. Do you secure an extra pitcher and make sure you have a really solid pitching spot? Or do you secure an extra batter? Like, who do you trust more is the question. Okay, looking through here, Josh Lowe, that's crazy. So I don't need any more outfielders. I wonder if it would even let me draft an outfielder. Josh Naylor, I love today. He's an infielder. He's in Colorado. He's at home. And you guys know I love Josh Naylor anyway. You guys know I'm a Naylor stan, period, regardless. So we'll keep him starred. Pajes, again, outfielder. Pete Alonso is interesting against Carlos Rodon. Some people may fade him, but I think righties can hit Rodon pretty well. So Pete Alonso is interesting to me. I think we could maybe, if Top Fantasy Plays goes anybody except Pete here, I think we may go Pete. Did somebody get Naylor? This guy got Naylor. Shoot. And he went Pete Alonso. Frick. Now we're frickin' scrambling. Okay. Um, do we go with Torkelson and really load up Detroit? No. I liked Alex Bregman today. I'm really trying to think. Max Muncy, he's been seeing the ball well, and it can kind of be like a Mookie stack. Let's go with Max Muncy. And if JP Sears plays poorly, right? Like you have to also think about the lineup. If Max Muncy is, I don't know the batting order, but points for one could mean points for the other, if that makes sense. Like if Mookie Betts gets on base and Max Muncy hits a home run, now you're getting an RBI for Max Muncy and a run for Mookie Betts. Do you understand how that works? Do you see why that makes sense? It's kind of a double up on one play. Same for here. If Gary Carpenter gets on base and and Riley Green hits him home, you get that benefit. Okay, focus on the task. You're up in a pick. So do we go Spencer Torkelson here and really just stack the Detroit Tigers and the Dodgers and hope that they put up runs today? It's our first time. We don't know what we're doing. We can try it out. We can see how it works. But I think maybe there's something to it. This team scores in bunches. Detroit scores in bunches. So let's try it out. Okay. So we have one more pick. And you start two outfielders for sure, two infielders for sure, a flex, and a pitcher. So how many is that? That's 6. So you start everybody? This is where I'm confused. How many are there? Not 6 rounds? There are 6 rounds. So everybody that you draft scores. So I just need I have this and a flex. I have 2 outfielders. This is where I'm confused. I have 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. The draft is complete. Okay, perfect. I did have it. Okay. So that's a warm up, right? Well, you should have watched. You should have known what you were doing before you got into it. Why? We just learned together, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this is my lineup for today. We got Corbin Burns, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Spencer Torkelson, Gary Carpenter, Riley Green. So we need the Dodgers and the Detroit Tigers to put on shows tonight. That's the money right there. I would love to see how this works, if that makes sense. Who am I competing with? I've just drafted a team. So now am I competing with all 6,000 other people who are going to draft a team today? And my total score is going to go up against them, and we're going to potentially win all of this money. Right? As long as I'm top 1,100, I make my money back plus $3. We'll see. I think that's what we're doing. I think that's how this is working. Battle Royale. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make Battle Royale is like a last one standing, guaranteed. You can enter it multiple times. MLB. Perfect. Okay, so let me know whether it's MLB or not. Right? I like this kind of content. I like getting on here. I'd probably do it live. We could get in the chat. We could ask questions. I would love to do a weekly live NFL best ball draft as we get closer to NFL season. Maybe we do a weekly MLB, maybe on Fridays. We do like we just did, and I do it live, and I do a couple of them, right? I love that. It's fun to me. It's rewarding to me, and I think this is a slept-on piece of the gambling world, like these little best ball drafts. They're affordable. They have different price sizes, and they're fun. So, yeah, let me know if this is something you're cool with, and if you're not, get lost. Love you. See you tomorrow.